Hey guys, so today was a big day for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's the eve of spring training for my Cincinnati Reds, and speaking of my Reds, they actually traded Brandon Phillips away to the Atlanta Braves, so that was a huge breaking news announcement for today. But also, Elimination Chamber 2017 went down tonight, and as always in my thoughts on wrestling videos, I'm going to break it down for you guys match by match and grade the show overall if it was okay, or if it was really great, or if it was even a must-see. So let's get into it. The first match was on the kickoff show. It featured Mojo Rawley taking on Curt Hawkins. This match was nothing special at all, just average, kind of boring in my opinion. It wasn't terrible, it just did not really pop for me. Curt Hawkins has really done nothing since appearing on the main roster a couple months ago, and Mojo Rawley is really trying to find his footing now that he is a single star since Zack Ryder went down with an injury. Mojo Rawley, to the surprise of nobody, got the win over Curt Hawkins, and this is just, I guess, the first few steps in his journey to become a single star. But taking on Curt Hawkins, a guy who is rarely seen on television and who has had zero momentum since debuting on the roster, really does nothing for him, and it's just another loss for Curt Hawkins, who at this point is just a jobber. That was the match on the kickoff show, and then the first match on the main show was Becky Lynch taking on Mickie James. Overall, I thought this was a really good match between the women. Probably the best women's divisions match of tonight. James and Lynch show they have pretty good chemistry in the ring. Lynch always usually has a good match, and Mickie James shows that she can still go with the young and up-and-comers in WWE today. Based on the result of this match, which saw Lynch pin James via a quick roll-up, I don't think this rivalry is over. I think they're going to try and extend this through WrestleMania, and I could definitely see both these women taking part in a multi-women's championship match at WrestleMania for the SmackDown Women's title. The next match on the card was a 2-on-1 handicap match with Apollo Crews and Kalisto taking on Dolph Ziggler. Now, before this match got started, during Kalisto's entrance, Dolph Ziggler came out and ambushed him from behind. He threw him into the LED display behind Kalisto where the entrance is, and actually broke a couple of the LED lights off, and a part of it went black from the impact of Kalisto's body. And then it started out as a one-on-one match between Cruz and Ziggler, with Kalisto being taken out due to injury. The match itself was kind of boring when it was just Cruz and Ziggler, in my opinion. Nothing really special happened. They didn't really showcase Cruz's athletic ability, and he is an athletic freak who is wasted on the SmackDown roster. They need to utilize him more and show off that talent. But about towards the end of the match, Kalisto is wobbling and hobbling down the entrance ramp to enter the match to help out his buddy Apollo Crews, and he's selling the injuries that Ziggler gave him before the match really well. But as soon as he gets the tag from Cruz, it is a miracle. He is 100% healed. He's bouncing around the ring, performing all these moves, and it was just funny to see Kalisto, at the drop of a hat, stop selling these injuries, and that's pretty bad in my opinion. I mean, if you're taken to the back because you're supposed to be hurt, and then you wobble and hobble down the ramp to the ring, acting like you can barely stand, and as soon as you get the tag, you're 100% fine. That is just really bad in my opinion. But in the end, Cruz and Kalisto still managed to get the win over Dolph Ziggler. After the match, Ziggler snapped again, showing he is still on this downward spiral, and he took a chair to Apollo Crews' ankle. He put the ankle in the chair and stepped on it. I think he did it twice, and the crowd was eating it up. They were saying, "Thank you, Ziggler." So it looks like this heel turn for Dolph Ziggler is going somewhere. It's been sputtering a little bit on SmackDown, but judging by the crowd reaction at Elimination Chamber, what he did to Kalisto and what he did to Apollo Crews, it could be the final boost that Ziggler needs in his career right now, as his character has gotten a little stale. The next match was the Tag Team Turmoil match for the Tag Team Championships between the teams of Heath Slater and Rhino, Breezango, the Vaudevillains, the Usos, American Alpha, and the Ascension. And the big story here was that American Alpha got the win, but the rivalry with the Usos may have been revitalized during the match. A Tag Team Turmoil match works where there are two teams in the ring. Once one team is eliminated, the next team enters the match. So during the American Alpha Uso exchange, American Alpha eliminated the Usos, but then the Usos attacked American Alpha after their elimination, and it seemed like they were going to be easy pickings for the Ascension, who was the final team to enter the bout, but American Alpha still managed to pull out the win. They defeated the Ascension and all the other teams to retain the tag team championships, but judging by what happened with them and the Usos, it looks like the tag team division's main rivalry will be American Alpha versus the Usos, which I'm totally fine with. They're both really good tag teams, both have solid chemistry, and their rivalry never really concluded from back in the fall, so hopefully heading into WrestleMania season we can see the conclusion of American Alpha versus the Usos for the tag team titles. Your winners and still tag team champs tonight though, American Alpha. The next match on the card was Natalya taking on Nikki Bella. This match started out really slow in my opinion, but it picked up toward the end. A lot of solid action toward the end of the bout, but then the ending was just really stupid. WWE being too much of a WWE, or doing too much of a WWE move instead of giving us a decisive winner to make it end in a double countout, which is always lame. So yeah, I haven't been too big on this rivalry. I mean, it seems like it's just Nikki Bella versus Carmella, the exact same storyline where they're fighting backstage all the time and just exchanging promos, swapping Natalya for Carmella, and it's the same story. So a double countout between Natalya and Nikki Bella. It looks like this rivalry is going to continue, I guess, because during a backstage segment where Nikki Bella is being interviewed, Natalya came out and attacked her from behind. And then they also managed to get Maryse in on the action. She was getting ready to escort The Miz, but Natalya and Nikki Bella ended up spilling makeup on her or something during the fight. It sounds really dumb, I know, but judging by Maryse's reaction and the fact that she couldn't escort The Miz out to the ring, it looks like they might just toss Maryse into this rivalry to make it a triple threat type of rivalry instead of just Natalya and Nikki Bella. So it should be interesting to see where this goes, especially if Maryse is involved. Following that match, it was Randy Orton facing Luke Harper. This was a really good match. It was the match of the night to this point, and it really showcased Luke Harper's abilities in the ring. He never really got that chance to shine when he was with the Wyatt family. And he had that brief singles run as the Intercontinental Champion a couple years ago, but didn't really go anywhere. This was the Luke Harper we've been waiting to see for a while now. Him and Randy Orton put on a great performance, and even though Orton picked up the win, Luke Harper definitely looked strong in defeat, and I could definitely see him being part of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. As for Randy Orton, his opponent in the future, for future storylines heading into WrestleMania, is blatantly obvious now, so I'll get to that later in this video, because what happens later in the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view definitely lays the foundation for a solid WrestleMania storyline. Following that match, it was the Women's Championship match, Naomi taking on Alexa Bliss. This was the shocker of the night to me. I fully expected Alexa Bliss to retain her title against Naomi, but Naomi gets the upset win with a split-legged springboard moonsault from the top rope. She landed on Bliss, but Bliss was like kind of rolling, and Naomi's knees looked like they just drilled Bliss in the ribs. It looked really painful. That was the final count, or the pin cover for her, so Naomi is now the SmackDown Live Women's Champion. I was shocked. I thought Alexa Bliss was doing really well as the heel champ. I thought she was going to have a run to WrestleMania, then drop the belt to Naomi at WrestleMania, since Naomi is from Orlando where WrestleMania is, but WWE decided to give Naomi the belt at Elimination Chamber, and it was a really cool moment. Actually, the crowd was chanting that she deserved it, and I full-heartedly agree. She is the most athletic, probably the most athletic woman on the SmackDown roster today. So seeing Naomi with the Women's Championship was pretty cool and rather unexpected. The last match on the card was the Elimination Chamber match. It was Bray Wyatt taking on AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose versus The Miz versus John Cena versus Baron Corbin. And this was the match of the night by far. There were a ton of cool spots. My boy Dean Ambrose, he was on top of all the pods throughout the match. It seemed him and AJ Styles were fighting on top of a pod. He jumped off and did a massive L-drip on top of a pod to John Cena. And Styles and Cena were fighting on the wall of the chamber, and Styles managed to knock Cena off the wall to the ground below. It was a crazy match. Ambrose eliminated Baron Corbin first with a roll-up, and then Corbin went berserk after that, knowing he was eliminated. He threw Ambrose into the chain wall, and then he threw him through a pod, like the glass of the pod just like exploded on impact, and Ambrose went through it, and he hit him with the End of Days, allowing Miz to pin Ambrose. So Ambrose eliminates Corbin, Miz eliminates Ambrose, and then Cena eliminates The Miz with an attitude adjustment. And then Bray Wyatt later eliminated Cena with his sister Abigail, so it's Cena versus Styles. The winner is going to be the new champ and head into WrestleMania to face Randy Orton, and which was very obvious since Randy Orton won the Royal Rumble. Bray Wyatt is your winner here. He managed to counter a phenomenal forearm into a sister Abigail to pin AJ Styles and become the WWE Champion for the first time in his career. And yeah, it was really cool. Great match. The ending was very predictable though, but I'm pretty excited for it. I mean, I think Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton should deliver a pretty good match in the main event of WrestleMania, barring any swerves that WWE decides to throw our way on the road to WrestleMania. But this is a storyline that's been building up, I think, since the summer or fall, when Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt were actually clashing before Orton joined forces with Wyatt. So the fact that WWE has stuck with this storyline and slowly groomed it throughout the year, only to have it culminate at WrestleMania is really cool, really refreshing. Usually it's just maybe a 2-month storyline between wrestlers, but no, this one has been slowly groomed, and I'm excited to see the payoff at WrestleMania between Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. As for the other competitors in the match, where they're going to be heading after this Elimination Chamber pay-per-view toward WrestleMania, looks like Dean Ambrose and Baron Corbin are going to be on a collision course with the Intercontinental title on the line, and you might even throw The Miz in there. Corbin was kind of staring down The Miz when Ambrose managed to roll him up and eliminate him. And of course, Corbin plays a huge assist in helping The Miz eliminate Ambrose. So these three guys intertwined, plus we never had a really decisive end to the Dean Ambrose-Miz storyline. So I could definitely see these three guys being involved in a triple threat Intercontinental title match, possibly at WrestleMania. John Cena and AJ Styles. I don't know where they're going to go. I mean, I could definitely see WWE trying to milk their rivalry for one more match at WrestleMania, which, you know, I would not have a problem with. They're always gold in the ring together. So I could definitely see WWE giving a Styles versus Cena Part 4 if they decide to go with that route. But the main event of WrestleMania after tonight, Bray Wyatt will be defending his WWE Championship against Randy Orton. And the main event in Orlando should see the explosion of the Wyatt family and the end, possibly, of the Wyatt family once and for all, with Bray Wyatt finally looking to get that big push. He is the champ. He is feuding with a seasoned veteran in Randy Orton. So it looks like WWE is finally behind the Eater of Worlds. And that's all I got for you. That was Elimination Chamber 2017. A very fun show to watch, especially the Elimination Chamber match with the new and improved Elimination Chamber. They completely revamped it. There's now 2 doors on each side of the pod. It looks a lot bigger, a lot taller, and it still looks like it hurts a lot when people are thrown into it. So that was definitely a fun match to watch. If you're going to watch the pay-per-view, definitely check out the Elimination Chamber match itself. Match of the night, in my opinion. All 6 guys really shined in that bout, so you can't go wrong there. And if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check out my website, cincyfanzone.blogspot.com. I have a lot of content up there. I write weekly blog posts for it. I post videos every week to it. I have photos up there, bobbleheads, autographs, a whole lot more. There's a lot of content up there, so please go check it out. You can click the button on screen, or if you're viewing this on a mobile device, the link to my website is in the description below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.